Amy Gates. My name is Third, and what do you mean every other popular commentary YouTuber has already done a video on this subject? What do you mean I'm late to the party? A few weeks ago, me and my friend were sitting in our art class scrolling through their camera roll. Not TikTok this time, bet you didn't expect that. Then we came across a screenshot that they took of a TikTok video, a video on TikTok. I'm just a person, you guys. I can't. The TikTok was a trailer for one of those portrait mode shows, you know, and I probably wouldn't have given a rat's fucking ass about it because I only watch cartoons like a little newborn baby. But that was until I saw the title of the show. Chosen by Fate. Rejected by the Alpha. And when I tell you I ran to Google Docs to write up a script about this stupid show, it was perfect. It was perfect timing. I already had my most recent video done and scheduled to post, and I was looking for a new topic. And hey, a buttload of other commentary YouTubers have already done videos about these Omegaverse-ass series, so why not? So unfortunately, for my own well-being, I watched it. And now I am making a video about it. I kind of suck at transitioning to the topic. The movie starts off by diving straight into sex, like it was immediate. There isn't a warning or like an intro or anything. There's just like, there's speaking and stuff in it, but it's super obviously voiceover.
If you want me to stop, just tell me.
Why couldn't the directors just tell them to speak, maybe? Did they forget? Did the directors think it was, like, filmed in the 1910s? Did they think a silent movie was being filmed? The main things actually said in the beginning sequence are, tell me your name, I am the Alpha of the Blood Moon Pack. One sentence, by the way. And then, the one who murdered his father? We are less than 2 minutes in. We are less than 2 minutes in. Also, they apparently didn't even know each other's names before they fucking fiddled. How would that even work? The girl goes to moan this dude's name and she's like, you. After that, it's revealed that the guy, the Alpha of the Blood Moon Pack, and the girl's family are enemies, and they just canoodled, so that's not very good, but like, realistically, you and that guy were just kerfuffling. How did you not realize? Like, I get if he didn't realize because everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. Everybody in the whole wide world knows this, and it's actually embarrassing if you don't know this. And it's definitely not embarrassing that I know this because everybody knows this. Every single person knows this. So if you don't know this, then this is embarrassing for you. But like, alphas can be blinded by the Omega's scent. Also probably because of the masquerade mask that she's wearing, because this is a fucking cartoon. And if you put a masquerade mask on, you may as well be another person. But how did she not know? Not to sound like a victim blamer here, but like, look at him. I've seen him one time, and his receding hairline is already engraved in my memory. How close of enemies are you, really? What's that famous saying? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer? I mean, I guess she kind of did keep her enemies close. One enemy. She kept one enemy close. A little too close. Then she pushes him off her and is like, nope, I can't go any further because you're a big important alpha and I'm just a nobody. And he just let her go. No words of encouragement, no reassurance that she isn't just a nobody. He just flat out, bye-bye. Props to him for respecting boundaries, I guess, but he could have handled that a little better, I think. We find out a little bit later that the two colliding packs, the Blood Moon Pack, who this guy is a part of, and the Silver Moon Pack, who this girl is a part of. By the way, we haven't even gotten the names of the characters yet, aside from this guy whose name is Niklaus. I'm not mispronouncing that. That is how it's spelled on the screen. They put it in a caption on the screen. They didn't even say it in the script. They just put it up as a caption. Superior fucking movie making, guys. Awesome. I'm like astounded. One of the main villains in the story is the main girl's dad, who is super duper mad at her for being an Omega. It's the classic abused daughter becomes a princess scenario. So this movie would have gone crazy back in 2016. The dad says, if you want to prove your strength, bring forth your wolf. But like, what does that even mean? Can you imagine if she just like turned into a wolf and started tearing his fucking face off? New way to stop child abuse, guys. Who needs CBS when you have werewolves? There's like a lot of boing-loing in this movie. 3 minutes in. We are 3 minutes in, and there's already been 2 sex scenes. Also, the person doing the slip and sliding in the second scene is her sister, and the main girl sees it and says this.
She's always like this. Can make every man fall for her.
She just slut-shamed her sister, and we're supposed to be rooting for her? Okay.
Too much.
What the fuck?
She goes out walking in the woods and whoa, wolf attack, wasn't expecting that. And then whoa, Nicholas attack. He kind of just appears, I don't know. Then there's like a little flashback scene to when they first did that. Turns out it's his fault that we don't know the main girl's name yet because he asked, what's your name? When they were doing that and kissed her before she could even answer. So Elriz. He kills the wolf and saves her, and when she's about to walk away, she faints. But the funny part is, Nick catches her and asks, are you okay?
Are you okay?
What think, man? Does she look okay to you? A lot of the people that make these movies and like script them usually aren't native English speakers, which is the main reason I'm trying not to attack the like odd language choice, but there are captions on the screen and some of them are so different from like what they're actually saying. Like in this scene, this fucking dude says, maybe we could find some information. And the subtitles say, we could torture her for useful information. What? That's not the same thing at all. This isn't a found footage YouTube channel. You can't make the subtitles say something different than the video. This is not like Walton Files. They're both about furries, kind of, so could be the same universe. Jack Walton, are you an Alpha Sigma Skivity Rizzler? This girl, we still don't know her name, runs back to her Pax house, where the dad tells her about how the Blood Moon Alpha stops by to talk about like a marriage alliance. The dad immediately turns to her other daughter, Tracy, and asks, are you ready? The main girl cuts in and is like, I have something to tell you, but this dad does not want to hear it and runs off with his other daughter. And I want to know what the main character was going to tell him. Like, but dad, I freak maxed with the Alpha, not her. He's not gonna like that. He's already mad at her for fucking existing. Bad idea, girly. Nicholas gets introduced to who he assumes is the main girl, but it's actually her sister, and she whispers some like demonic spell in his ear, and all of a sudden he's like, yep, that's her, guys. She like put a curse on him to make him think she was his mate. Hey, girly. That's assault. We meet this character named Jane, who is probably the only sane person in this movie. She tells the main girl to go tell Nicholas that she was the woman that he schmoodled with that night and not her sister. So she goes out to tell him, and she wears the mask when she doesn't, and without even her saying anything, he's all over her. He thinks that she's Tracy until he pulls her mask off and is like, whoa! Gabriella? We know her name now, by the way. Gabriella? Whoa, Gabriella? Was he attracted to the mask the whole time? Because Gabriella and Tracy don't even look vaguely similar. How is he this stupid? Anyway, they kind of like move their hands together, and like there's this weird string of golden light that appears around them, which I assume is them, the fucking universe, telling them they're mates. What does Nick do? He says, no, hey Nick, the universe is telling you, is telling you specifically that this girl is your mate, who you've been looking for this entire movie. Did that weird piece of string not mean anything to you? Sorry, Gabriella, I know I'm your mate and the universe is telling me that, and that I'm destined to be with you, and you're kind of like my soulmate or whatever, but like, I'm gonna go fuck with Tracy, okay? You are an idiot! You are stupid! This whole time, Nick was talking about how he wants to find his mate, and he finally figures out who it is, and he says, no, thank you. What?
You're awake. What's going on? You suddenly passed out. And doctor said that you're pregnant.
It has been 13 minutes. I can't do this anymore, chat. Anyway, so yeah, she's pregnant now. That's cool. Do they have child support court in this universe? She's probably gonna need it. Unless they have, like, wolf abortion. Would a pregnant Omega give birth to a litter? Are septuplets the norm in this universe? Time skip to Gabriella waking up from being passed out again. Gabby finally tells Nicholas that he's the dad of her baby, and he obviously doesn't believe her because he's a dumbass, as we've established. We need to get these two on an episode of You Are Not the Father.
Chiari, you are not.
Time skip to a little bit later, and Gabriella is, like, back up and awake. Being that she's a pregnant woman, she needs to eat. She doesn't even say anything before her dad says, unmarried and pregnant? So you're hungry. And Gabby's like, yeah, I've gotta eat. And then her dad is like, you dare talk back to me? Whoa, calm your tits. What are you, on your period, Alpha Dad? Are you hormonal? Why are you such a bitch to your daughter, dude? Like, yeah, I get that she was born an Omega. You know who else is an Omega, though? Steve Harvey. And who doesn't like that guy? He and his AI images. So anyway, Gabby defends herself by calling out her sister because she sleeps around a lot, and then her sister, like, slaps her, and it's all because she's an Omega. Well, so is Omega Psi-Phi, an African-American fraternity. You racists! Another time skip. Gabriella tells Nicholas that she's leaving the house. I don't blame her. If she's been dealing with this abuse for her whole life, I absolutely would too. Alpha over here decides to make it all about him, and assumes that she's leaving because she could stop him from marrying her sister. Okay, because of what I thought was the wedding scene, but it was actually the proposal scene, I don't know. Nick asks Tracy to see her back, weird kink, but okay. And she's like, yeah, for sure. Leader. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but Nick is basing all of this on like a stupid moon marking on Gabby's back. Early in the movie, when he saved her from a wolf attack and she passed out, he brought her home, and he didn't see the moon mark on her back, and thus that Tracy was the woman he reflects with, because he was told earlier on that the two were sisters. Or, like, one of the two sisters has it. Wouldn't it have made my life a lot easier to just explain that earlier? Probably. So Nicholas's little assistant sees that Tracy doesn't have a mark on her back, and it tells Nicholas, and he's like, I think I need to rethink this proposal, and then leaves. Huh? You're telling me that the universe told him to his face that Gabriella was the woman that he was like destined to be with, you know, and he ignored all that. And it took a little peek of Tracy's back. What? I'm not even surprised, okay? I've heard so many stories about straight men straight up not seeing the signs that women drop when they have a little crush, but like never to this extent, okay? He had golden string wrapped around his hand and bro was like, nah, she's got better puss. What? Dumbass. Stupid idiot dumbass. This movie could have been 10 minutes max if Nick wasn't so fatuous and asinine alpha, perchance. Then maybe, I wouldn't have to sit through a nearly 2-hour-long movie. I'm only 20 minutes in at this point, by the way. I have an hour and 20 minutes to still watch. I sacrificed so much for you guys. Cut to Gabriella taking a nappy under the tree in the most uncomfortable position anyone could ever take a nap under a tree in. I guess that isn't really entirely true, though. Logan Paul can vouch. Then all of a sudden, boom! She gets abducted by this witch lady who, in the next scene, is performing some kind of spell on Gabby to get rid of the baby. I don't know. So wolf abortion does exist. Noted. When Gabby wakes up, obviously upset that this random lady was trying to get rid of her kid, the witch explains that her child is cursed to be like a bitch, no pun intended. Gabby refuses to get rid of the kid, and the witch just said, okay, I'll teach you magic. The next scene is the biggest and most random time skip I could have ever predicted. 7 years into the future, for some reason, the child is born and Gabby knows magic and all is well and good. But then comes in this stupid motherfucker Nick to like, I don't even know, because why would the movie ever tell us that? Movies are supposed to make sense. What are you talking about? Nick ends up passing out for some reason and Gabby helps him. But when he wakes up and sees Estella, Gabby's kid, he's immediately like, I'm your dad, as if he wasn't gone for 7 years. Estella is obviously excited because this is her chance of having a dad, but why is he so accepting of this? And why does he act so confused when Gabriella refuses the fact that he's Estella's dad? Like, technically, yeah, I guess, but he's also been gone for 7 years. This movie is so all over the place, guys, because do you want to know what happens in the next scene? Nick gets shot by, like, a bow and arrow. We have lost the plot. Gabriella takes Nick home to care for his wound, and he's like, haha, shawty, why do you care about me so much? Are you in love with me? Hey, Pookie. You just got shot in the back. Nick tries to convince Gabby to come back to the Blood Moon Pack with him because Stella is his daughter, but then she said, impossible, her father's black. This is Black. His name is Black. I thought this movie was going to take a very bad turn. So Black comes in and he's pretty jealous already because he's a blonde man, so of course he's insecure. And so he comes in all, whoa, who the hell are you? Stella's my kid, obviously. And Nick's rebuttal is to just start making out with Gabby. Comedian harmonist style. He just grabs Gabby's face and starts eating it, okay? I think that all debates, especially of the political breed, should be more like that, okay? Imagine you're watching a debate and the losing opponent just decides to get on top of the other dude's wife and start making out with her. Better idea. He makes out with his opponent, kind of like they did in BoJack Horseman. Mr. Peanut Butter and BoJack Horseman in the same room. What is this? A crossover episode? Black isn't happy about this asshole unconsensually kissing up his baby girl, duh. So he yanks her back and is like, what the fuck? And Nick basically says, you don't have the balls for it, pussy. And Black says the words that I've been wanting to say to Nick throughout this entire movie. He says, because I respect her. Woo! Let's go! Put him in his place. Nicholas is such a raging bitch, and that fact is only solidified in my mind when Nick responds with, me and Gabby, we still have something, as if the last time he saw her wasn't 7 years ago. I'm sorry. Nick is such, like, a raging egotistical asshole. It's like, it is genuinely hard for me to watch this movie because of how mad I get at Nick. He's so dumb, too. He's such an idiot. He is my least favorite character in all of media, and I've watched BoJack Horseman 3 times, where the main character was, like, made to be disliked. How is Nick supposed to be the guy we're rooting for? Cut to Gabriella walking up to a tree that Nick is sitting under. It's nighttime. He's drinking his problems away. See if that helps, buddy. And apparently it did help, though, because she kissed him. Why? What's the appeal? I don't understand. This man knew she was his mate and then rejected her anyway, and then 7 years later he comes back all pathetic, talking about how he loves her. Hey dude, you do not know her. It has been 7 years. Your cells have regenerated. You've missed your multiple shots. Hey buddy, it's time to move on. Flash forward to Nicholas, Gabriella, Black, and this girl sitting on the couch. Nick gets accused of murdering one of the wizards that was close to the witch that helped out Gabby, because he's the newest person to stop by, and he gets sent to blood prison. What is blood prison? I don't know. They never explained it. From what I can see, it's a bathtub full of blood. Or tomato juice. Perhaps he got skunked. Not in cribbage, but like by the animal. Gabby tells him that she's found a way to get him out and let him go and that she loves him. I don't know, man. I don't get it. A guy that respects your wishes and isn't balding, or a guy that you haven't seen in 7 years and doesn't really respect your wishes and is balding. I personally would choose the first option, but after going through years of abuse via her dad and sister, she probably just needs like a lot of therapy.
I feel so much warmer now. Even the water is warm.
Did he pee in the water? Did this motherfucker pee in the water? Like, I know he's a dog or whatever, but ew! Then comes in black. It's revealed that the guy is both a wizard and a werewolf. Badass combo, by the way, and that he's gonna kill Nick. Good. I hope so.
You can die in the clear now!
This clip feels like it was edited for like a Danny Gonzalez skit. To be fair, this whole movie does, but that clip especially. Like, look at that editing. Flash forward a few scenes. I know there's a lot of that in this video, but a lot of stupid bullshit happens. It doesn't matter. And Nick is unfortunately fine, and we get introduced to the character Grandpa Wade while Nick and Gabby are in Nick's house. Wade is immediately very out of place just by looks. Everyone else in this movie is so, like, elegant and well-dressed, and he's there. He looks like he thinks the earth is flat. Am I wrong about that? He looks like he gets asked if he's taking his pills nearly every day because of this stupid shit that spews out of his mouth all the time. He should run for president, honestly. He would fit right in. Grandpappy immediately assumes something wrong because he can smell the witchiness on Gabriella and Estella, who appears out of thin air. His reaction reminds me of those fucking witch TikToks.
Evil spirits! Evil spirits!
Oh my, are you a witch?
Yeah.
I mean, you look so cute. I love your outfit. Can you actually record something for me?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, record.
I'm skipping around a lot here, I know, but there's so much filler in this movie, so I kind of have to. So, anyway, time skip to this next scene where Gabriella and Tracy and their dad are arguing about how Tracy deserves to marry the alpha of the Bloodwing Pack because she's better and Gabby is weak and whatever, all that stuff. And then Gabriella says, I'll just play the clip. I'll have to censor it, but I'll play the clip.
Tess, stop!
Love.
Myself!
Okay. Nicholas better not try to break up with her. I can already guess what she's gonna say if he does. Thankfully, Nick comes in and saves her ass and scolds her dad, which finally opens his eyes. Not well enough, though, because he just switches up and starts, like, beating Tracy. Hey, dude. What the fuck? It's abuse either way, be for real. This video is probably gonna be the longest video I ever have and possibly will ever make, so to save you time, and my own sanity, I'm going to skip past most of this stuff and summarize the rest. Estella tries to kill her dad. She fails because her own consciousness comes back to the surface. Some lady from another pack comes to kidnap Estella, and Gabby saves her by becoming the Moon Goddess. I don't know what's happening in this movie. As the Moon Goddess, she has some kind of power over werewolves, so she forbids other packs from doing anything to the Blood Moon Pack. Quickest fix ever. Jesus, jump a little further ahead. Estella gets possessed by some demon and stabs her dad and kills Tim, apparently. There's still like 30 minutes left of this movie, so I doubt that. She cries, her tears heal him, Rapunzel style. Skip ahead a little bit more. Nick gets a call from his little assistant that Estella got taken by Tracy of all people to resurrect people from the dead. Who? I don't know yet. It's time skip again to a scene with this new character that Nick used to be friends with, and Nick himself, and Nick is being crucified. I don't know what's happening. I don't get it. Big ol' Alpha gets really angry and rips from the cross and to attack his childhood friend, but then Black steps in and defends her, and the two get in a fight that was not shown on camera, because obviously, and Gabby recites some spell to do something. Hey directors, why don't you explain what is happening? What is happening? What is going on? There's another fight scene that is shown a little bit later between Black and Nick again, but Gabby gets there just in time to say, Alpha Pookie, this isn't you, and it works. Because of fucking course it does. Skip ahead a lot, and the closing scene is Grandpa breaking the news that Black died. Alright. He wrote down the secret of immortality for Gabriella so that she could live forever, but she chose love over immortality, and aw, cute, sweet. The end. Finally! Words cannot describe my disdain for this movie. I like to think of myself as someone who can watch any movie and enjoy it with the right environment. But this movie was 1 hour and 47 minutes of a struggle. The acting is the best, the pacing and the plot were probably worse, and this movie was so all over the place with scenes that didn't even matter, but again, I can't imagine this movie having much of a budget, so A for effort, I guess. The main plot, though, would have actually made, like, kind of a good movie with the right budget, and a good script, and better pacing, and better acting, and better everything. So I'll give them that, for sure. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I hated watching that movie, so if you did, go subscribe! It's free, and you can always undo it later. Now, I'm gonna go howl at the moon and be egotistical. You all are great. My name is Third. Guten, bye. That is not how you say goodbye in German. You stupid, stupid human. I'm a dog, and even I know that. Even I know that. I'm so cute. I'm such a cute dog. That's not how you say goodbye, though, by the way. My bad. It's an inside joke. Do you want a treat? Yes.